Hello, hello, my friends. Welcome back to our Mindful Monday. So, this is week 3. Um, week 1, we talked about, being the sky and finding the joy in every moment. And then last week, we talked about breathing. And I heard some great feedback and some good tips on how that's been incorporated into other people's lives. And hopefully, you got to read through some of those. This week, I wanted to teach you guys a grounding technique that is super effective. It was taught to me in my work with Resilience Grows Here and our training for working with PTSD veterans. And I've actually utilized it quite a bit for myself and for others around me. And it really is a highly effective tool. And um, not only is it grounding, but I find it also, I use this tip and trick to help me stay present in a moment that I really want to remember. It helps kind of burn that into my memory centers and make it more accessible to me when I want to recall it. So it utilizes all of your senses, right? Because um, we can't be anywhere else but in our body and in that present moment when we are using all of our senses. A lot of times, a panic attack or severe anxiety um, tend to cause a person to um, become disassociated with their body and their surroundings, and they're in a panic. They're in a survival mode. And so, one of the ways to break that is to practice this grounding technique, um, which can also be, it doesn't have to be a severe panic or anxiety attack. It can, like I said, it can be in a moment that you want to remember in your mind, um, or also just when you're finding yourself teetering on that edge um, of anxiety, and you know that you could go either way. This is a great way to just recenter yourself. So, not only can you incorporate this with your breathing, which you should incorporate with the breathing technique that we learned about last week, um, but it can also be utilized on its own. If trying to get someone to calm their breathing is too difficult, you can start. I would suggest you start with the grounding technique. Start with that and then move on to breathing to calm. So it's based on the five senses, like I said, and you're going to start with counting down from the number 5. So ask yourself or the person that you're with that needs to utilize this to name 5 things that you can see. So look around and find 5 things. There's no right or wrong answer. It can be any 5 things that you can see from where you are in that moment. And then actually touch 4 things and name those 4 things that you are touching. It can be an object, it can be a part of your body, it can be the person next to you. But find 4 things that you can touch them, and name them. 3 things that you can hear. So this requires you to be still and to listen and to find 3 things that you can hear and name them. Then you're going to find 2 things that you can smell. This can be something in the air. It can be the person next to you's perfume or cologne. It could be a flower nearby. It could be someone having a fire and you smell the smoke in the air. Whatever it may be, 2 things that you can smell and name them. And then one thing that you can taste, even if it's just in your own mouth. Do you have gum in your mouth? Do you have a bad taste in your mouth? Is there something that you can eat that's nearby that you can put in your mouth and taste? So this incorporates all five senses, and it really brings you back to your body in your awareness. And in terms of memory making, the more senses that we incorporate and that we pay attention to in a moment, the more accessible that memory is going to be, and it will be with you for a longer period of time. It's kind of goes along, you're being mindful because you are forcing yourself to become aware of everything around you with your five senses. So give this a try and get back to us and let us know how effective it was. Did you discover anything new? Is this a technique that you can incorporate? Have you ever used it before? Let me know. I'd love to hear what you think of it. I find it very helpful in my life, but I understand that everyone has different tools that they're going to use. But this is just one more to add to your toolbox. And I hope that it helps you out throughout this week. All right, I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.